Greenland is a source of kayaking. The Inuits use the kayaks to travel and to hunt.
It's one of the hardest things to really comprehend about Greenland is it's such a massive land mass and there's basically no roads anywhere.
It's quite evident that the climate changes hit Greenland as well because of its massive ice pack, and it seems to be that all the glaciers retreat and the ice pack gets smaller and smaller.
10% of the world's freshwater reserves are actually here in Greenland, frozen on the ice caps.
If all the ice would melt suddenly, the level of the oceans would rise about 6 or 7 meters, which would be a big problem for the Earth.
So we just spent our second night, unexpected night out here on an iceberg in the middle of a fjord in a massive flotilla of pack ice. I have to admit, when I opened my eyes this morning in the tent, I quickly shut them again and hoped that it was all a dream, but it wasn't. But I hopped out of the tent and it was a beautiful day. The sun's shining, there's not a breath of wind, and it's actually quite a unique experience out camping on an iceberg like this.
We're just about to get on a pretty small boat with 5 kayaks and 5 people. I don't quite know how we're going to fit, but hopefully we make it down to this river that we've been waiting to get into for so long. And yeah, I think we're just all looking forward to getting there. So we're going to pack on in like sardines.
This is the last ice here in some.
Aber wir haben noch ungefähr 20 Meter oder 50 Meter und dann sind wir durch das Packeisfeld durch. Dann müssen wir es eigentlich schaffen. Hat so Mr. Skipper gesagt.
Last little bit, guys. We're almost through the pack ice.
Yeah, we want to go. Now we're here in the pack ice.
You look worried.
Don't laugh.
Really, I don't know, we're not looking in too good a shape right now. We're stuck in the middle of nowhere in a massive pack ice float, and this is our second day in here. We slept on an iceberg last night. My face is so cold and my hands are cold.
Uhr und unser Übernachtungsplatz von gestern Nacht ist direkt da vorne hinter uns. Wir sind jetzt eigentlich schon seit gut 7 Stunden unterwegs und bewegen uns immer nur im Kreis. We left our boat behind us. We just grabbed the most important gear, and we are now on the way back to the mainland. And yeah, we are pretty much on the side of the pack ice, and like a little current is here, and a lot of water and it's hard for us to move forward. Stand by.
We woke up this morning to see amazing picturesque views all around our ice. The sun's shining for the first time in the last few days. There's not a breath of wind, and it's absolutely astonishing. Yeah, we're stranded, so it's definitely been a bit of an experience, but it's also been quite an adventure. It's hard to really explain how beautiful it is out here. Yeah, it really feels like we're in the depth of nature and at the mercy of the elements. It's times like these that you really gotta remind yourself how lucky you are to be exposed to these sort of experiences, and yeah, it's moments like these that I'll never forget in my life. So I'm happy to be here, even though we are stranded, and hopefully helps on the way.
Second try, we are back on the mission to the river Isotok. Last night all the ice was moving out quite fast, so I guess we have a good chance today to reach the point where we like to go.
Not everything turned out the way you want it to be. Sometimes the sky is silent grey and it's too dark to see.
So, wir hatten jetzt einen 3 Tage Aufstieg zum Isotok. Der erste Tag war extrem steil und anstrengend, hat sehr viel Energie gekostet.
Gerade mit dem ganzen Gepäck hochgelaufen, die erste Schlucht sozusagen aufgetragen. Haben dort das erste Mal übernachtet.
Jetzt konnten wir jetzt das alles ganz gut befahren und der Auftakt zur Isotok-Befahrung ist uns gelungen.
We've got about another 3 days of kayaking in here, and we're looking forward to see what else the Isotok has to offer.
Everything is lost, 'cause you ain't got a clue. Oh yeah, when all your plans fell into down, the feeling kicking you around. It's hard to carry on. But when the sun shines out of my eyes, when the sunbeam breaks through the haze, everything's alright. Everything's alright.
ja, die Stelle oben, die wir eigentlich befahren wollten, die ging schon recht gut, glaube ich zumindest. Ich bin dann einfach zu langsam ans linke Ufer, ins sichere Kehrwasser gepaddelt. Bin dann immer weiter in die nächste, sage ich mal, unfahrbare Stelle rein. Wollte dann links einen Kanal abscheißen, als ich die Stelle umfahren könnte. Bin dann aber an einen Stein gespült worden, dann rückwärts in den Hauptkanal runter gedrückt worden, in den Rücklauf. Hab da 2-3 Runden im Boot gemacht, dann rausgeschwommen. Und dann ja, hatte ich ein paar Meter Zeit, ans rechte Ufer zu schwimmen, sodass ich die nächste ganz unfahrbare Stelle meiden konnte. Habe ich dann auch geschafft.
I've always wondered what it would be like to go fishing back in the old days when there was heaps of fish in the ocean, and I guess I've sort of fulfilled that that dream on this trip.
Well, I bet you're going fishing all of the time, Mama going fishing too. You can bet your life and your sweet wife I'm gonna catch more fish than you. Said many good spots if you got good bait. Here's a little tip that I would like to relate. Many good spots if you got good bait. I'm going fishing, yes, I'm going fishing. My baby going fishing too. My mama going fishing, my papa going fishing, and my grandma fishing too.
Fish are better.
So yeah, the fishing was amazing. We could, by the end of the trip, I was just walking up 100 metres from our camp and going fishing. I'd catch 5 or 6 big fish in half an hour and walk back, and then we'd all cook fish on the open fire, which was pretty amazing. So and great fun, and kept us fairly well fed. So that was definitely one of the highlights for me. Was the fishing. We definitely ate the local food whenever we got the chance, which included whale and seal meat. And actually one other thing that happened, which I'm not sure if I should report or not, was we actually went seal hunting with our boat skipper Johan, and he took us out on the ice, and he was just about to shoot a seal actually, and he handed me the gun and asked if I'd do the honour, and I couldn't really say no, so I took the gun and shot a seal. But then something quite great happened, and we headed back to the village, where the hunters cut the seal up on the jetty and handed pieces of seal meat out to all the village people, which they then took home and ate, which was good to see. None of it got wasted at all. And we also got invited to Johan's mum's house, where we sat down and had a meal with her. We ate seal meat and all had a coffee and checked out her little dwelling, which was really amazing to see. It was great.
Fishing too. My mama going fishing, my papa going fishing, and my grandma fishing too.
It was not something I was ashamed of, eating seal meat at all. It was the way things are there in Greenland, and the way they have been for hundreds of years. You know, you eat what you hunt, and it's sustainable for the small number of people living there. The meat's not exported or anything, and it is what it is, and I respect that, and I hope it doesn't change.
A really interesting aspect of our journey to Greenland was that it's actually the birthplace of the kayak itself. The Inuit, they invented the kayaks like 4,000 years ago, and they used it for hunting, for seal hunting and for whale hunting. And they actually invented the Eskimo roll as well, which we use in Whitewater rivers still.
Have that much food at all, and like now in Yentu we could heaps of food, and we're dreaming whole nights about food, and we like Burger King.
Mosquitoes around was frustrating, like they're flying everywhere in your eyes, in your ear, in our ears, in the mouth, and as well on the lens of the camera. That was really bad. Sometimes in the middle of the rapid you have a big mosquito in the middle of the lens, and yeah, but that's how it is here in Greenland.
If you get close enough to the fire, the mosquitoes can't handle the heat.
But after a while you can't handle it as well.
Yeah.